What's going on, everybody? Lou from Life Beyond the Panels, and I'm going to be doing another top 10 video here today. Going to be giving you guys my top 10 comics I read for this past week, which the week was for the comics that came out on July 1st. And yeah, let's jump right into it. And as always, comment below. Let me know what you guys think about any of these books, and also feel free to comment below with your top 10. So first, I'm just going to tell you the books that didn't make the top 10 that I read this week. And no particular order, just the books that didn't crack that top 10. We have here Doctor Strange number 8, Fantastic Four number 13, which actually was a really fun issue. It just didn't crack the top 10, probably because it was just kind of a one and done type story, but actually was a really good issue. Neighborhood Watch number 3, again, I really enjoyed it, just didn't crack the top 10 this week. We have Ripcord issue number 4, which actually I didn't realize this is actually the penultimate issue. And really cool book, nice little zombie drug book, I guess you would call it. Wade Wilson number 6, which I really enjoyed a lot. It was really, really super weird, but again, just didn't crack that top 10. So now on to the top 10. We have issue number 32 of The Amazing Spider-Man. We are now a few issues off of the Death Spiral event, and this one actually, I really enjoyed the emotional aspects of this comic book. Things got to become a little bit clearer on what exactly Peter was doing in this arena and why he was looking to get the gloves, which happened to ultimately end up being the gloves of the Shocker, and how he wanted to be able to basically give them a proper burial, but also make sure that nobody actually got their hands on that as well. We get to see more of his relationship with Ray, which I really enjoyed as well. And we get a little bit more of him and the cousin and the aftermath of the quote-unquote talk. So overall, really enjoyed this one. One thing I'm not too crazy about, and maybe it's one of the reasons why this ended up being number 10 on the list, is the artwork. I feel like the artwork seems very bland in this book, especially as I'm reading other books like the Venom Omnibus or Ultimate Spider-Man right now in omnibus format. And even just seeing Spider-Man written in other books recently, like in Iron Man, where he was, and he was in another book recently too, Daredevil. And the way he was drawn there, here everybody seems very I don't know, the expressionless in their faces. So I don't know, comment below, let me know if you guys agree with that. But still, overall, really enjoyed the issue. Issue number 32 lands number 10 on the countdown. Number 9 on the countdown, we have Batman number 11 by Matt Fraction. Now, overall, I think this has been a really good run. This is the book at the beginning of the week you think it's going to be like really towards the top of the countdown. I guess my only issue with the book right now is it's tackling way too many things in such small segments. I mean, for example, we have a little bit of Annika, and we have the Penguin who is concerned about the Minotaur, and we have the situation with the cop and the kid who caught the framing of Batman on tape. We have a little bit of that. We have Batman fighting Oho, which actually was a really awesome battle, and I think that's one of the things that was probably the highlight of this issue. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's actually, I think, is very good. I think everything is very good. The issue is, I feel like this, more than anything, is being written for trade and omnibus, because I feel like when you read this in trade and omnibus, you're not dealing with these monthly gaps between these little pieces of each story. The artwork is fantastic in the book. The colors, everything like that is really great. Again, the writing is really great. Overall, I think when you read all this together at the same time, it's going to be even better. So it's going to be even better for the trades, for the omnibus. So that's what really kind of brings this book down a little bit for me, is just the fact that we have so much going on. We get 2 pages of this story, 2 pages of that story. And yeah, so it's a great book. It's such a weird thing. It's a great book. You really like it, but like you kind of just want a little bit more though too. Maybe the issues focus on just the one story. And I thought that was great, and she's really badass as well. So yeah, anyway, Batman issue number 11 coming in at number 9. And coming in at number 8 on the countdown is going to be X-Men United number 5. I think this actually could have been the best issue of the entire run, which I believe is only going 10 issues to begin with. We have 2 different plots going on here in this one. We have the adults who are in this illusion world that was created by Ben as part of a team building exercise. And then we have a couple of the other adult mutants that are missing. Don't remember what happened with them and why they were missing, unless that was part of issue 3, and maybe that's where they are. I don't remember exactly. But the other part, the main part of the story, is that we have then all the young mutants who are over in Gray Manor Lane, which, as you guys know, isn't real. It's in the head. It's a telepathic place where they all live that was created by Emma Frost. Well, anyway, we have some really cool stuff going on here, because you got the adults who are in this illusion. They can't get out of there because Ben's brain is all screwed up. And then you have all the kids that are like, where are all the adults? And meanwhile, now you have the Shadow King, who's using the newest mutants as a gateway to get into Gray Matter Lane, which is, you can only get there by invitation. And again, none of this is real. That's the funny part about it. All of this is in the subconscious. So now the kids are like, well, we need to go wake up the adults, Emma Frost and Cyclops and Rogue and all them that are stuck in this illusion world, and be able to go get them out. So we need to go and we need to wake up the actual people, the actual mutants. So half of them want to go to Alaska, the other half of them want to go to New Orleans to deal with this. But now you got the Shadow King who's infiltrating and now possessing all of them, and then they're all fighting. It's chaos. But it was so much fun. I really enjoyed the issue. There's so much going on. Like I said, I thought the artwork was really good. So really enjoyed this one, and you know what? It was good enough to get it to number 8 on the countdown. And yeah, I've been really enjoying X-Men United. Too bad it's only going to go 10 issues, but you know what? What do you expect? Number 7 on the countdown, we have issue number 6 of The Punisher by Ben Percy. Again, this comic just continues to be insane in every way. It's so good. It's funny, The Punisher, I don't believe even says like a single word in this entire book, yet he has such an impact just from his mannerisms, just from his facial expressions, which is great. It tells you how good the artwork is in this book. This book follows a bullet, which is just flying through Hell's Kitchen and killing people. First it ends up killing some criminals, but then it starts killing innocent people. It kills like this old lady, kills this businessman, and it's insane what is going on in this book. The end was really awesome. If I have one complaint about it, and probably why it ends up being number 7 in the countdown, was it took me too short of a time to read because there's not that much dialogue. But yet the book was so intense, says so much, and it's just, I can't say enough good things about Punisher by Benjamin Percy. Let me know if you guys are reading this. It's such a dark, bloody, fun book. You have this other side plot going on right now with this cop who is trying to take down the Punisher, and now first thinks that maybe the Punisher might be behind all these killings, but now probably isn't going to be, because everybody knows that Punisher's not going to be killing innocent people. So, and then we get a reveal at the end on who this bullet belongs to, this basically heat-seeking bullet. Yeah, so it was really awesome, and yeah, Punisher coming in at number 7 on the countdown. Coming in at number 6 on the countdown is going to be Iron Man issue number 7. I can't believe we're already up to issue number 7 on this one. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it as a start of a new arc. First, I like the emotion that we are getting from Tony Stark, really upset about what happened in the last arc with all the different scientists, the kids, the students getting killed, especially Adam Ware getting killed. But he has these other students under his wing, and they created this kind of device to be able to bring in different metals and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty cool, but eventually that kind of goes off the rails and something happens with that. Also, we get War Machine in this comic book as well, and he's trying to talk to Tony because he's not really sure what Tony's intentions are with having all these students working for him, and also with this metal collecting project. So I think that's what's going on, is even with the other Avengers, they're kind of questioning, like, what is Tony's motives? Where is he going with all this? And I thought that was really good. We also get a really cool reveal towards the end regarding Madame Mask and who's working with her, and another villain reveal at the end. So I think Iron Man I think it's been very good. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the artwork for it. Joshua Williamson, I think, is doing a great job with this series. So yeah, Iron Man number 7 comes in number 6 on the countdown. Coming in at number 5 on the countdown is going to be Absolute Green Lantern number 16. This book just continues to get better and better. It's been a slow burn the entire way. Even though there have been separate arcs in it, it's really also been one underlying story as well. And in this issue, we really get to see the true powers of Joe Mullen, as she's really learning her powers, is this is all new to her since she's this anomaly. We see her in this issue trying to make somebody else into a Green Lantern, and it actually kind of fails, which is kind of funny. We have this big thing going on here where Mogo, who in this Green Lantern world is this evil basically black star planet, which is going to try and destroy everything. And the stakes have been really high when it comes to that. We had some really cool stuff at the beginning with, what's her name? Cammy, which is Joe's ex-wife, killing somebody, which was really cool. And we get a reveal at the end for another Green Lantern character that we're used to, Jessica Cruz, coming into the fray as well, which I thought was actually really cool. I just love where this book is going. There's so many mysteries that are still involved with it, so many things that need to be answered, and yet some heavy-duty stakes as well. We also have some stuff going on with Hal Jordan in this book that was kind of mind-blowing. So it's been a really, really good book. I feel like this is such an underrated Absolute title that everybody should be reading. You know, everybody talks about Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, but you know, don't sleep on Green Lantern and Flash. They are both really good books. So yeah, Absolute Green Lantern coming in number 5 this week. Coming in at number 4, we have issue number 4 of Royals. Now, you guys have heard me talk about this book before, and I absolutely love it. This book. So first of all, this issue starts, I don't want to give anything away because I know a lot of people aren't reading it, and I want you guys to enjoy it when you guys read it either through trade or if you go and find the older issues. But we get this reveal at the beginning that was mind-blowing. And each step of the way in this book just grows on top of each other. We have just conflict beyond conflict and resolution and potential resolution and a great relationship between these twin brothers. And we find out something about some of the other characters in the book and how they may be similar to the twin brothers. The writing is so good. I would love to see this as a movie someday or a cartoon or something like that, because I think it would translate really, really well to that. You know, for a book that at first I thought was just going to be a poker book, which is what gravitated me towards it, it's been so much more. Yeah, I don't want to say anything too much about it because I don't want to give anything away since I know a lot of people aren't reading the book, but I highly recommend it. And if you are reading Royals, please let me know in the comments, what do you think about it? Are you as high on this book as I am? Because I'm super high on Royals. And yeah, but that tells you how good the top 3 were, because I love this book, and yet it still ends up number 4 on the countdown. So here we are down to the top 3, and if you guys were liking this video, please do me a favor, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, the bell to get notified of when I post a video. I'm posting about 2 to 3 videos a week. This video, we got our haul video, and sometimes I'm going to have a little supplemental video as well. Could be an omnibus review, a trade review. I plan on doing a tour of my omnibus collection, just whatever it happens to be, maybe a trip to Ollie's. We'll see, but and also I'm posting shorts throughout as I read books, just literally turning on the camera and just giving you guys my raw thoughts on a book I just read. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like I said, the like button, and that bell to get notified when a new video goes up. That's really the best thing that you guys can possibly do. But anyway, on to number 3. So number 3 on the countdown is going to be issue number 3 of Ordained. So those of you who are not familiar with Ordained, by the way, this is a book by Bad Idea, which actually is going to be a movie. I know Colin Farrell has already been cast in it. I believe they've been filming it and everything. And this was supposed to be a 3-part miniseries, but now we're getting an issue number 4. However, the main story actually really does finish here in issue number 3. So I'm not sure what we're getting in number 4, and it seems a little bit disconnected, but that's fine because the book has been completely incredible in every way. Just such a good story. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but you know, this book is about the plot of the entire comic book is about a priest who goes to a hospital and gives this crime boss his last rites because the crime boss is dying. And then it turns out the next day that the crime boss has a miraculous recovery and is fine. So now the crime boss wants to now kill him because he's confessed so many murders to him, that murders that nobody ever knew about. And meanwhile, this priest happens to be ex-military, so he's just like this super badass who can fight back. And that's pretty much just what this comic book has really been about. It's been very simple, but yet really well written. You care about the characters. You really care about this priest. And yeah, I mean, that's basically been the book. I mean, it's kept it super simple, but yet it's been really, really good. And we got a great conclusion to this book here in issue number 3, but yet there is an issue number 4, which I am still excited about. I don't know why we have it, but that's okay. It's an epilogue, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, this was an amazing book, and this comes in number 3 on the countdown. Coming at number 2 on the countdown is probably going to surprise you. It surprised me. I did not expect it to be this high on the countdown, but that's going to be Batgirl, issue number 21. Wow. So this is actually part 2 of an arc where Dr. Forget-Me-Not has her under hypnosis, and there's a murder. And we're trying to find out who has killed this girl who Cassandra Cain used to train with back in the League of Assassins. And in this issue, you get Batgirl, Cassandra Cain talking to herself, which I always love. I love her internal dialogue. But she can't hear anything that anybody is saying. And throughout the entire time, she's trying to figure out who killed the girl. And by the end, we do find out, and it's pretty shocking. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, the artwork in this is great. Yeah, I don't know how, it's tough because I want to tell you guys more, but I don't really want to give anything away because I also feel like this is a book that a lot of people aren't reading. Let me know if you guys are reading Batgirl. But this issue blew me away. I did not expect this to be this high on a countdown, to be this good, but I have thoroughly been enjoying Batgirl. I'm glad I started picking it up in physical format because I was reading it on DC Infinite, and I was going to maybe just keep it on DC Infinite, but I decided to pick up the actual physical versions of the book, and I'm very happy I did. So, yeah, love this book. Great story. This is part 2 of a 3-part arc. I also like they pretty much keep their arcs pretty contained, which is nice as well in Batgirl. And I think she's going to be there's a lot of them going to be part of this big Batman event that's coming up in a couple of months. So they have to get this little story wrapped up. But this has been a really, really good arc so far. So really loving it. Batgirl comes in at number 2 on the countdown. I was shocked. I know you are too. Coming in at number 1 on the countdown, and holy crap, I'm going to tell you right now, nothing came close to this book this week. While all these other books are really good, this book I'm getting chills just like thinking about how amazing this book was. And that was the finale to Absolute Martian Manhunter. This was issue number 12. And it's funny, Dennis Camp is an interesting writer because he's one of those writers where I feel like you can love him and you can hate him all at the same time. You can say sometimes maybe he's just like a little bit too opinionated, a little bit too political. You take a look at like what he did with the Ultimates and the Ultimate Universe and all that stuff, and maybe you say, well, maybe that was more Marvel than it was Dennis Camp. And when Dennis Camp is allowed to do his thing, that's when he really shines. And that's why I really liked Absolute Martian Manhunter, and I really like Assorted Crisis Events, which is an Image book. This ending to this story was so good, and this Absolute Martian Manhunter makes you think regardless, but the way this basically put everything almost full circle was really good. And if there was ever a book, and there is a book, and this is going to be this book, that of the single issues of books I've been buying for the last year or so that I want to reread, it's going to be Absolute Martian Manhunter, because I really feel like as good as this was, it's going to be even better on the second reading. Now, I'm going to save that second reading because I have to assume they're going to come out with a deluxe edition for this. I really hope to. Hardcover deluxe edition. They better come out with it. And I'm sure they will. I definitely am going to reread it at that point. And I think the second read-through is going to be even more eye-opening than the first read-through was. But really the message here, one of my favorite messages, the kind of thing I got out of it is that life isn't linear, which I've always believed in as well. I've always had that theory of life is not linear, that there are many different paths that your life can take based on one little decision that you make. An amazing thing in this book was him and I forget the wife's name, Becky, Rebecca, I forget the wife's, Linda, I forget the wife's name. But anyway, they both end up experiencing each other's lives, entire lives from each other's perspectives. And I thought that was an amazing story because you think about it, a lot of this book really has been about the struggle in their marriage while John is dealing with the Martian and then the evil Martian as well. So it was really great. And there are so many messages in here. There are so many messages in here that I always think it probably in first read, it's so easy to miss. And there's so many metaphors as well. So yeah, this book lands the plane as well as you possibly can. Not even close. That Absolute Martian Manhunter is #1 for the week. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you guys read this? Did you guys read the series? Did you like the series? There's some people obviously are not going to like the series. Some people just aren't going to like what Dennis Camp is writing, and that's perfectly fine. I get it. I 100% get it because I'm not 100% on board with Dennis Camp. It really depends. I mean, I've even heard about things he says on social media, So, but when he can write something, when he is given the freedom to write what he wants, he can really put out some true gems. And again, if you guys aren't reading, I recommend, I've been getting into trade Assorted Crisis Events. That is another really, really good book, and I definitely recommend that you guys check that out. So yeah, Absolute Martian Manhunter, #1 on the countdown. So now what I like to do, and I'm kind of starting a new tradition here. I used to, after every night of reading my books, I would put one of those covers up on the wall. But now, with me doing this, instead, I'm choosing one cover each week to put on the wall. So I got to figure out which one of these covers of all the comic books I read this week should go up on the wall. And let's go through each one again. Let's see which one is going to be a contender or not a contender. Absolute Martian Manhunter is not going to be one of them. I'm going to tell you that right now. Even though it's the best book of the week, I don't know if it's the best cover. I do really like this Batgirl cover. I think this is a really awesome cover. So I'm going to make this a contender. You have Batgirl here, and you have her coming out of her own eyes, which is her mask, which is really cool. So I'm going to put this as a contender. Ordained is not going to be up there. Royals, I think this is a really nice cover, but I'm not going to put this up there. Absolute Martian Manhunter, no. Iron Man, no. Punisher, no. I don't really love the X-Men United cover. Not really a fan of this cover this week. The Batman cover, I do really like because I just really like the colors on this cover. So, and I like the Oho, and you got Batman on the cover. So I think this is definitely a very cool cover and a contender. Don't love the Amazing Spider-Man cover. It's kind of meh to me. The Deadpool cover is a really cool cover as well, because I like red. Red is one of my favorite colors, and I think this is a really cool cover. So I think this is going to be a contender with Deadpool and all the bad pools. This is a weird book. This was such a weird issue, but I mean, if you're reading Deadpool, Deadpool is one of those comic books that you just don't go into it and take it seriously. You have to. This is one of these shut your brain off comic books. So I'm going to put this as a contender. Ripcord is going to be a no. Neighborhood Watch is going to be a no. Fantastic Four, no. And Doctor Strange, no. It's going to be between these 3 books. Deadpool, Batman, and Batgirl. So first, comment below, what cover do you like the best of these? Let's see. Batgirl, I don't know why this Batgirl cover really resonates with me more than anything. The Deadpool cover, that's so good too. Boy, I am torn on this one. This is really hard to decide. Is it the Deadpool cover? And the Batman cover is so cool though. And think about it now, these covers are going to sit here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up here. So it's going to sit up here for 9 weeks. I'm going to have to look at this for 9 weeks. Do I want to look at this for 9 weeks, or I want to look at this or this for 9 weeks? Man, the Deadpool cover is actually starting to really bounce out at me even more. Yeah, I think I'm going... it's funny, this did not make the top 10, but that doesn't need to make the top 10. As I stare at all 3 of these, I keep on... My eyes keep on going right back to this Deadpool cover. So I think the Deadpool cover is going to be the winner here. So let me go put this up. I'm going to take off the G.I. Joe cover here. All right. Deadpool's on the wall. And that's about all we wrote for today. So yeah, guys, appreciate you guys watching the video as always. And yeah, once again, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And, be here Wednesday for when I do my next haul video. Until next time, see ya.